Hi guys, it's Claire. I'm back with video number 2 for Craft Stash. If you've just watched video number 1, then you know why I'm here, but I'm working with the Pretty Quick branded dies and sentiments. So as I say, this is card number 2. I've already done one. This one I'm going to be working with the grandmother and child. If you want to know more about the stamps and dies, watch video number 1 if you haven't already, because I do talk a little bit more at the beginning about them. Okay, so for card number 2, I want to make it quite similar to my card number 1, so they look nice together. So I'm starting out again with a normal blank white card base. And I'm going to do the same as what I just done on there, is to give myself some nice layers that fit nicely together. I've pulled from exactly the same patterned paper pack that I had before, which is the Happy Day paper stack by Die Cuts with a View. And I'm going to do the same again and just distress the edges. Okay, now that's done, I'm going to flat stick my first layer onto my card. Rough up the edges a bit. Okay, now my second layer, I think I want my sentiment to be stamped straight on here. So I'm going to have to be a little bit brave and go ahead and do that and hope that it works out perfectly. So again, I'm using my Hampton Arts Stamp Perfect. Pop my piece of patterned paper down. And I'm thinking top right corner. And now I know with the dies that I'm using, you end up with this grandma, or it doesn't have to be a grandma, but I'm calling it a grandma and her granddaughter facing this way. So obviously I want her facing into the middle of the card. So I think there'll be a space up here where the sentiment's going to go. Okay, now as I said before, there's so many nice sentiments in here. I think I'm going to go with, I do like this little For My or To a Special. I think I'm going to go, I don't know, To a Special Nana. I think it's going to be nice, or maybe Grandma. To a Special Grandma. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Grandma, To a Special. So yeah, up here somewhere. So I'm using, this time I'm going to be using just black ink. I want this to pop a little bit more off of that pink cardstock, so I'm using just a black, this is a black VersaFine I'm using. Oh, my one's getting a little bit dry. Good job I'm in the stamp press. I can go over and double stamp it, and even third time to get it nice and crisp black. I really love these sentiments, they're so nice. That's better, I like that. Okay. Now we've got a sentiment on there and it worked out perfectly, we can flat stick that onto our card. And again, ruffle up the edges some more, just so it looks really distressed and textured, and I really like that. Obviously you don't have to do this part. If you want all yours crisp and square, you can do that as well. The next thing I'm going to add to my card is actually this strip. Now this, I got lucky, the paper stack that I'm working from actually had a 12-inch strip in there, so that comes from here. But again, if you're not working with a paper pack the same as mine or similar to mine, and you haven't got a floral strip in there, just cut out a strip of a different patterned cardstock. It will look equally as nice. So I want to stick that along the front of here. Again, I want to distress the edges. Okay, now that's done. I don't know if I have the flowers facing up or down. I think I'm going to go down. I'm so indecisive. Now behind there, I'd like to add some lace. Now I've got this this lace that I've had for ages sitting in my craft room, and I'd like to have that just behind my layer, just to again add some more texture. I need to have 2 strips of that because I'd like to have a piece top and bottom. So I'm just cutting like so. Right, now I think my best way of sticking that on there is going to be to use some sticky strip. So I'm pulling off a long piece of thin sticky strip that I've got. And sticking like so. Oh, it's always so fiddly to lift up. I do find a pokey tool helps. Okay, and I'm sticking my lace on like that. I'll just trim that end down a little bit. Now the good thing about doing a sort of distressy looking card is this doesn't have to be too perfect. My other bit's going to be there. I want that, actually I might move it down a bit so you just see a small amount. Okay, so I've got my second piece stuck on. Again, peel off the backing and stick my piece of lace on there. Like so, I hope that's straight enough. Yeah, that looks good. So now I'm going to stick this piece down. And if you put a nice amount of sticky tape on here, it also helps keep this ribbon in place. Now, am I going to do flowers up or down? I'm going to go down. Okay, and there we go. So we ruffle that up a little bit. Not only have you got the texture from the edge of the cardstock, but we've now got a lace in there as well, which is really nice. Okay, now on to some die cutting. So I'm going to pop this to one side for a minute. These are the dies that come in the set. As I say, you had that gorgeous, the silhouette part. And then you've got this, which is a pierced or a stitched sort of looking scallop around the edge. Well, not quite a scallop, sort of a scallop, but sort of long scallops, but really, really pretty. So I'm going to head over and cut that. Okay, so I've cut my two dies. Done this one in a dark grey, and as you can see, I think you can see that sort of stitching around the edge there. Oops, and then my silhouette. So like I done on my first card, I'm just going to flat stick that onto there, using a fine liner or fine tip glue. Now you could do much more to these, but I actually quite like them kept simple. I think with a silhouette card it's nice to keep the silhouette simple, but what would also look quite good is if you were to do this on some sort of sticky paper at the back so that you could sprinkle glitter over and fill in the gaps with glitter, would be another idea. But as I say, I quite like mine to be nice and simple. Now I'm going to stick that onto the front of my card. I want it to go just about here, and I do want that raised, so as I always do, I'm going to use just some old packaging or cardboard. I happen to have this bit here, so I'm hoping I can get the right kind of shape. Yeah, that's good enough for me. And then simply stick that on. Okay, now to finish off this card I'd like to add some more flowers, and as I say, the paper stack that I had did have some floral paper in there, so I'm just going to cut some more. This is the floral paper actually, so I'm just going to cut some more of these out so that I can use them on this card. If you don't have a floral paper, then you can just punch out some flowers, or you can use some mulberry type flowers, anything, you know, you can add some flowers easily. There you go, just tuck those on with my foam pads, I think. There. I don't have to add some that side. I don't think I will actually. I think what I'm going to add to this card now is just some pearls. I happen to have these pearls that I've had for ages just tucked away in one of my drawers. So I'm going to add these to this card. And I think I'm just going to add, don't know, I can't decide what to do. I think I'm going to just do the 4 corners. Oops. And then I'll add some tiny ones just around this little cluster of flowers. Just to add some sparkle and shine. That's it, and I think I'm going to call this card done. It's relatively simple, not too difficult, but they're absolutely beautiful cards together. Let me just grab the other one. So there you go, there's my 2 cards that I've made. As I say, 2 separate videos. This is video 1, video 2, but do watch both of them. And the dies and stamp set are just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, don't be shy in buying those. I'm definitely going to get the boy male version of these. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!